Welcome to this episode of the Willingdon on Mission podcast. My name is John, one of the pastors at Willingdon, and today we have the opportunity to hear from Antony Law, who is our missionary of the month for August. Antony, welcome.
Hi.
This is the third of 4 episodes that will be released this month, and so I would encourage you all to listen to all 4, because as you listen to all 4, you get a broader picture of who Antony is, what his ministry is, how God has called and equipped and is using him. Today, what I would like to talk about is mental health. Now, that might seem like a bit of an interesting topic on a missionary interview podcast, but Antony's got a story, like we all do, and part of his story involves depression and mental health challenges, and then a journey towards health. And so Antony loves to talk about this particular subject. He's actually written a book on it that's just been released, which I haven't read because it's just in Chinese so far, but maybe I could use Google Translate, or maybe it'll be translated into English soon. Anyway, Antony, I would love for you just to give us a glimpse. You've been paying more attention to your mental health and your physical health over these last years. Tell us some of that story.
Yeah, I think a lot of the audience and friends listening in this episode would think, oh, wow, a pastor and a missionary not supposed to have depression. Yeah. And that's what I thought about when many years ago, before I had depression. Yeah. And the story start when I think about around 2017. Yeah. I find that that's not something that's not seems not quite functioning well with myself. Yeah. But that time I just thinking I'm tired. And I share with many of my pastors' friends, and all the pastors say that which pastor is not tired? Every one of us is very tired, always not enough sleep. Yep. So that makes me think that that's common. Yeah. And in the same time, I think with a lot of Christian myth about depression, and I think that this is a spiritual thing. Yeah. So if I have depression, that means I'm not happy. I'm not happy. That means I'm not following the Bible, was saying that I should be rejoice all the way. And again, I say rejoice. So this is something from my background, from my theological education, or thinking about in this way. Yeah. So I have a lot of blaming on myself when I find that I'm getting worse on my situation. And I try my very best to solve the problem with the spiritual practices. So I spend a lot of time reading the Bible, praying, try to cleanse my sin, and ask God to forgive me for whatever I have done wrong, and give me the joy. Yeah. But later I find that it doesn't work. And then I work harder and work harder. Yeah, because I think that there's some sin, there's any sin, to a point that I need to admit that I already confess all my sin before God. Yeah. Of course, the hidden one I cannot. But I also even confess my hidden sins. I say, God, yeah, I just leave this all to you. Cleanse me. Yeah. And then after that, I still have that kind of depression symptoms. So I start to do some research by myself late in the night when my wife was sleeping, and then I just on my cell phone to check all the symptoms of depression and find that I had all the symptoms. Yeah. But I still okay. I learned a little bit about that, but after a period of time, I still trying my best to hide it, yeah, and to serve as normal. And my whole church, no one can see that I'm struggling with depression. But until a time that I have suicidal thought, yeah, And I know that because I have done some research, I know that when this happened, this is serious. Yeah, because I'm not a person that would think about suicide. But this suicidal thought actually is because of my sickness. So I find I know that I need help. So I see doctor, I see some of my friends who are counselors, and the doctor diagnosed me with moderate to severe depression. That's the time about 2017, summertime. Yeah. So and psychiatrist asked me, do you want to do you willing? Are you willing to take medication? Yeah, antidepressant. Because I have done some research, I know that the medication has been improved a lot. So I take I say I'm okay to take it. And thank God that I know that a lot of a patient, they need to match the medicine and the patient because everyone is different. A lot of trial and error to test the matching. But for me, the one that I first day take, until today, I'm still taking the one because it matched already. So that's the time that I think, okay, I just like taking the happy pill. Yeah, okay. I can continue to push my ministry. As you from the last episode, you know that I have left my church in 2018. That's before that, I still pushing me a lot with the medication. But come to a point that God said that you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to rest. And another thing that I during that time I haven't I actually I haven't done a lot that mental illness patient need to do. I just take medication because I think that taking medication is everything will be okay, and that's also because medication work for me. Yeah, but afterward I find I haven't rest. I haven't seen counselor. Yeah, and I think that I can counsel myself, but I cannot. And also, I haven't built up a good, healthy habit of exercise. Yeah, because exercise is also very important for us for our brain. Because in the in the past, you can tell that it's very eventual. In the past, I think that it is just a spiritual problem. So I do it in spiritual way. And after work, I know that I have depression. I treat it as not just spiritual problem. I think, okay, this is a biological problem. But taking medication, it seems settle it. But it's not that simple. It's also a physical and also emotional problem, and it will relating to spiritual, and everything is correlated together. So starting 2018, I start to see counselors. I have to do two counseling sections. One is behavioral cognitive therapy. It takes about 10 sections. Yeah. So that helps to, but that kind of therapy is helping for the immediate remedy for what is happening. Yeah. But after that, it helps me a lot, like panic attack. I know how to deal with this, shift my thought, that kind of tools. But after that, I found that my root problem hasn't been dealt with. So I see another Christian counseling to deal with my root problem, my inner healing, that kind of thing. So that helps me to help to move on. Yeah. So I'm still taking medication. Yeah, I still can have up and down, but I would call it, I would describe it as something in the past, my my emotion control, I let the emotion control me. But now I know how to control my emotion. Yeah. So that's the difference. So I'm not getting rid of the depression, but I know how to deal with it and coexist with it. So this is a journey that I want to share with a lot of brothers and sisters and also pastors and minister of the gospel, that we are not immune. Yeah. And even Christian, we are not immune. But this is a sickness. So just face it and not to hide it. And also, I hope the church will take away all the all the myth and also all the stigma on seeing mental illness people, because church suppose is the best place for these people to find comfort. But if we have that kind of myth and also stigmas, that makes the mental illness people even finding harder to be involving in the church. Yeah. So this is my personal experience, and yep, I'm open to share and talk. Yeah, to so if there are any people that you're facing this kind of struggle and you find that there's no one you can talk to, yeah. So I'm open. I'm always offer myself to talk to people experiencing that.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing a vulnerable part of your life experience. I appreciate that. Hey, you've got a kind of a unique exercise pattern and regime. Can you just tell us what you love to do for exercise?
In 2018, when I know that medication is not enough, and spiritual exercise is not enough, I actually it's not myself initiate to do exercise because I was in depression. I don't want to leave my bed. I was lying on the bed. Yeah. And my wife Mabel, actually she encouraged me by herself first. We actually both of us are very busy in our ministry and also family, so we haven't done exercise. But Mabel, she enrolled in a exercise Zumba, and she come back and talk to me and saying that I find something I want to do exercise, and I to encourage you. You just go to pick something that you want to do as exercise, and we just encourage each other to do what we want to do. Yeah. So because of her love and care, so it pushed me a little bit to find an exercise, and then in my mind is okay, either not doing, if I'm doing, find the most vigorous. so you know what I pick. Pastor John, you know, but some people don't know. I pick kickboxing.
Nice.
So it's because it's really very cardio exercise, and also it's really vigorous. Yep. So I pick, now I'm doing 5 to 6 days a week, every day about 1 hour. Yeah. At the very beginning, it's a little bit too much for me, but I start picking up and I find that I like it very much because I can sense when I'm doing exercise, my brain is releasing the endorphin. Yeah. And it helps me, it helps my mental illness. And during the COVID time, because the studio closed, I cannot do kickboxing, and I already pick up exercise. I'm itchy. I need to move. Yeah. So during that time, I pick up cycling, biking. Yeah. And that's also another journey for me, because for mental illness people, depression people, we worry a lot of things. Cycling on the street, there's a lot of uncertainties. So I need to break through a lot of my psychological barrier to do cycling. So I start with about 10K around the Burnaby area. Yeah. And now just 2 weeks ago, I bike 135K. I bike from Burnaby all the way to Abbotsford, and then from Abbotsford bike back to Burnaby.
Wow.
So that keep me keep my well-being in all area. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, can you just tell us a little bit about the book that you've recently written? And I hear that you got an award for it. You can tell us about that if you'd like.
For those from Hong Kong, you know, we have an annual book fair in Hong Kong. It's a big event in Hong Kong for people to, it's not just Christian book. Yeah. But I got my book that I've written, 2 years ago, and it's published. Got a award. It's called the best emerging author. Yeah. So thank God for that, and especially I want to use this my journey and my experience to bless other people. Yeah, and many people, because not many pastors will share about their struggle, and also from the spiritual side, and also from the different perspective. So this is a book that I try to explain what I experienced from different perspective. So it's talking about a pastor who had depression. Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you so much, Antony, for opening up this conversation for us. The conversation about mental health, you're right. There is some myth, there is some stigma, there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of people that are having mental health challenges. And so
Yeah.
it's just really helpful for us to hear some of this conversation. And so thanks for giving us little glimpses of what you've done to live on a trajectory that's healthier. And also this conversation has, I think, stripped away some of the maybe the fear of talking about it or something.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. God bless you. And
Mm.
for those of you who are watching, if mental health is a thing that you are struggling with and would like to address, Antony's already given you an invitation, but also here at Willingdon, we've got
Yeah.
a whole care team of people who are eager and equipped to walk with people who are facing challenges with mental health. So don't be afraid to reach out. God
Yeah.
bless you all. And
God bless you all.
this is episode 3 of 4. So catch next week too. God bless you.